Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. The bold and the beautiful spoilers and updates reveal that Brooke Logan could soon find herself in a similar predicament as her daughter. Fans are aware that Hope Logan accidentally stumbled onto John Finn Finnegan while dressed in lingerie, leading to a misunderstanding for Steffy Forrester. Steffi needed just one glance at that shocking scene to decide it was time to cut ties with Hope for good. She wasted no time in expelling Hope from Forrester Creations and has no plans to reconsider her decision. Meanwhile, Brooke is desperately trying to persuade Ridge Forrester that it was all a misunderstanding. But he remains unconvinced. Given that the show emphasizes the similarities between Hope and Brooke, could it be that Brooke finds herself in a compromising situation as well? Recently, Spencer Crew Morrow confided in Electra Forrester, Lania Grace, about Bill Spencer's, Don Diamond, feelings for Katie Logan's, Heather Tom's sister, a revelation that left Katie heartbroken. With all the buzz surrounding Bill and Brooke's past, it seems they might be on the brink of revisiting their history, or at least it appears that way. Picture this: Taylor Hayes, Rebecca Budig, catches a glimpse of a seemingly intimate moment and misinterprets it entirely. Perhaps Bill drops by Forrester Creations for some business or to check in on Will. This could lead to a private conversation between Bill and Brooke. Now imagine a comical scenario where Brooke gives Bill a hug, only to have her necklace snag on his collar. From Taylor's viewpoint in the doorway, it might look like they're sharing a passionate kiss, or Brooke could accidentally spill a drink on her sweater, intending to swap for one off the rack. In contrast to Steffi's approach with Hope, Taylor might choose to take photos rather than directly confront Brooke. It's possible that she could rush to Ridge with evidence that Brooke is still interested in other men. Regardless of the specifics, it seems likely that Taylor will stir up trouble for Ridge and Brooke in the near future. Additionally, there are hints that Brooke and Bill might rekindle their relationship, setting the stage for a new storyline. So we'll keep you posted on any developments regarding their potential reunion. Upcoming spoilers suggest that the rivalry between Taylor and Brooke could escalate to alarming new heights, so make sure to stay tuned for updates. The bright California sun streamed through the windows of Forrester Creations, but inside, the atmosphere was anything but sunny. In the sprawling world of Los Angeles elite, relationships shifted faster than the tides, and nothing was ever quite what it seemed. This week, it was Brooke Logan and Bill Spencer's turn in the spotlight, their close encounter sparking intrigue, suspicion, and potential disaster. It all began innocently enough, or so it seemed. Brooke, radiating confidence in her signature designer ensemble, arrived at Il Giardino for a quick lunch. Across the room, Bill Spencer lounged in a corner booth, his piercing gaze scanning the restaurant. Their eyes met, and for a moment, the world seemed to hold its breath. "Brooke," Bill said, standing as she approached. His tone carried a mixture of surprise and something else, something deeper. "Bill," Brooke replied, her voice steady but with a slight catch. She hesitated before sitting down, her instincts warning her that this was more than a casual reunion. Over glasses of wine, the conversation flowed easily at first, touching on business and family. But soon, the tone shifted. Bill leaned in, his voice low and earnest. "I've been doing a lot of thinking, Brooke," he began, "about the mistakes I've made, about the people I've hurt." Brooke's brow furrowed, her defenses rising. "And where am I in that equation, Bill?" Bill's blue eyes met hers with an intensity that made her stomach flip. "You're at the center of it. You always have been." Unbeknownst to them, Taylor Hayes had chosen the same restaurant for a business meeting and had just walked in. Spotting Brooke and Bill in what appeared to be an intimate moment, her heart sank. Memories of the pain Brooke and Bill's past relationship had caused came rushing back, mingled with her own insecurities about Brooke's complicated history with Ridge. Taylor's first instinct was to confront them, but she held back, retreating to a corner where she could observe unnoticed. The sight of Bill's hand brushing against Brooke's sent her emotions spiraling. Back at her office, Taylor couldn't shake the image of Brooke and Bill together. She paced, her thoughts a whirlwind of anger and doubt. Maybe I overreacted, she murmured to herself, but another voice in her head whispered, what if you didn't? What if they're rekindling something? Taylor knew Brooke's history of wavering loyalties, and while she had worked hard to maintain a tentative friendship with her, this felt like betrayal. She decided she couldn't let the situation fester. Meanwhile, Brooke left the restaurant feeling a strange mix of emotions. Bill's words had been unexpected and heartfelt, but she wasn't sure how much weight to give them. Her history with Bill was long and fraught, and though she appreciated his candor, she wasn't ready to entertain the idea of revisiting their past. Her focus was clear: rebuilding her life on her terms, free from the complicated entanglements that had defined her relationships for so long. Still, she couldn't deny that Bill's words had stirred something within her, a longing for clarity, if not closure. The next day, Taylor found herself face to face with Brooke at Forrester Creations. She had debated whether to bring up what she'd seen, but ultimately decided that transparency was the best path forward. I saw you with Bill yesterday, Taylor said without preamble, her tone neutral but her eyes probing. Brooke blinked, caught off guard. You saw us? It wasn't what it looked like, Taylor. Then what was it? Taylor pressed, crossing her arms. Because from where I stood, it looked very familiar. Brooke sighed, her frustration bubbling to the surface. Bill and I had a conversation. That's all. He wanted to apologize for the past, and I listened. End of story. Taylor frowned, unsure whether to believe her. Brooke, I want to trust you. I really do. But you have to admit, your history with Bill makes it hard to give you the benefit of the doubt. As fate would have it, Ridge walked in just as the tension between Brooke and Taylor reached its peak. His eyes flickered between the two women, instantly sensing the undercurrent of conflict. What's going on here? He asked, his tone wary. Taylor hesitated, then decided to be upfront. I saw Brooke with Bill yesterday. It looked intimate. Ridge's jaw tightened as he turned to Brooke. Is that true? Brooke threw up her hands. This is ridiculous. Yes, I had lunch with Bill. No, it wasn't intimate. Why does everyone always assume the worst of me? The confrontation left all three feeling raw and unsettled. Brooke felt unjustly accused, Taylor struggled with lingering doubts, and Ridge was left questioning his own instincts. Later that evening, Brooke sat alone on her terrace, gazing at the Los Angeles skyline. The encounter with Bill, Taylor's accusations, and Ridge's reaction all weighed heavily on her. She knew she had done nothing wrong, but the shadow of her past loomed large, casting doubt on her every move. Meanwhile, Bill stood in his own penthouse, staring out at the city with a whiskey glass in hand. He replayed his conversation with Brooke, wondering if he had made a mistake in opening old wounds. And Taylor? She was at home, staring at her phone, debating whether to call Ridge and share her lingering concerns, or to let it go, trusting that time would reveal the truth. The bold and the beautiful thrives on moments like these, where emotions run high and trust is tested. Brooke and Bill's close encounter may have been innocent, but in the world of the Forresters, Logans, and Spencers, even the smallest actions can have far-reaching consequences. As the drama unfolds, viewers are left wondering, can Brooke and Taylor salvage their fragile friendship? Will Bill's words reignite old flames, or extinguish them for good? And most importantly, will Ridge finally choose a path forward, or will he remain caught between the two women who have defined his life? Stay tuned, because in this tangled web of love, betrayal, and redemption, nothing is ever as it seems.